we are creating a platform for those who are curious, one that tells the story from the artist's perspective, moments in time captured from the innovators who are reshaping dance, music, theater, and the visual arts. This is the Working Artist Project.
So, man, I want to talk about, work-life balance, man. You got a family.
Yeah.
And you manage to make all of those things happen at the same time.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Well, on the real, the most important part is having like your castle. That's like the main thing, your castle. You got to keep your castle and we've talked about this numerous times. Your castle is your home. So the life of New York, the scene alone is just so hectic that when I get home, I need to feel like I'm not. It's almost like, man, when all right, these cats gonna be mad, but hey,
oh Lord, here we go.
I'm about to go in. When I was an undergrad, man, my rent was $260. If you can imagine that.
Wow.
So prior to like moving to New York, I've never paid more than $300 for rent. All right. So, I had this apartment, man. It was a 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom. Everybody had a bathroom in their apartment. But these cats, man, I love them. They're brothers. But these cats were sloppy, man. They were just sitting there like, yo, I think that dish just moved. Like, it's not supposed to be moving like that. But the thing was, like, the common thing that all the cats would always say is like, man, once they walk into the apartment, they'd be like, oh, what's happening? Then they walk in my room because it was 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom. So basically, your room was like your own apartment.
Right.
Cats would walk in the room and be like, oh, hey, where do we just go? Like, this is so, is the air different? But I've always treated that like my home. Mm-hmm. So now, years later, I'm dropping thousands of dollars to live in this small apartment, but it's just one of those like, okay, my home is my castle. When I come home, it needs to feel like I'm in some form of paradise. Or when you come to my house, like, hey man, this is kind of cool. Let me, can I sit on this couch? This couch is really nice, But it's all about having your castle. You need to build your own castle. My family is my castle. Castle Delisfort, Team Delisfort. That's what I'm always saying that. Because if you're not with us, then we have to put you to the side because it's all about the growth of that. So having a strong castle at home makes everything a lot easier. Mm-hmm. Because historically, every great man that we've ever known about had an even greater wife behind him, because the world's coming at us 200-300% hard, and we need somebody to go home to, to lay our head down and our burdens to. So this life is hard. It is. Anybody that says that it's not is living in the fairy tale. It's a very hard life. But what makes it easier is the fact that we have a partner to go home to. I have a son that will love me no matter what. If I had a bad job, I did a bad job, man, I just didn't have a great show. No one liked it. No one came out. There's somebody that's going to be home that's going to love me regardless.
Right. So that whole vibe gives you strength.
Yeah.
So, like, how do you find time to work on music and all the other things that you need to do?
Well, according to all my other brothers, Jason and Marshall and all the other, great musicians that have families, it does get easier. I remember Jason told me when I was like, yeah, man, we about to have a kid. He was like, yeah, man, I haven't slept in 5 years. And I was like, you come on, bro. No, bro, you over exaggerate. I haven't slept in 2.5 years, man. I am tired. Man. I am tired. I can go to sleep right now if you need me to. but it's just one of those, like, you'll find the time.
Man, so it sounds like you don't really have a lot of leisure time, because you play your gigs, you take care of the family.
Yeah.
So, like, how do you deal with that? Like, how does that not stress you out?
There is not much leisure time. So that being the case means that I need to have fun at everything that I do. Mm-hmm. And You know, oh, we're talking about that. Yeah.
Right.
If it's not fun, don't do it.
Do it.
Yeah, everything that I'm trying to do, I'm trying to make it fun. So, you know, the bad part of that is you might be relying on other people to care as much.
Right.
You know, like, hey, man, you know what? Let's go in right now. Let's go in hard on this blues. We about to play this blues and be good, and like it's gonna be the greatest thing. And the cat's like, man, I'm only getting paid $200. I don't feel like playing right now. You're like, okay, well, I came so excited to play this, and you know, so it's just basically making everything that I possibly can that I do exciting at all the time. You know, every time that I get a chance to do it, you know, I just wish other folks would be the same way, and that, you know, say, oh man, this was really great. Yeah, because I really wanted to make it fun. I was just hoping that you wanted to make it fun, and if they make it fun, then you have a great time. If not, then it's just like, okay, well,
right.
Yeah.
So like having a kid like made you more focused on your music, or just focused on life in general?
Yeah. Having a kid, you know, to know that you're responsible for another human being, you know, another life that didn't ask to be here. Yeah. Well, every life that's created is created selfishly. Mm-hmm. So, you know, you're sitting here like, well, you didn't ask to be here, you know. So now he's looking at you like, I'm hungry. I want such and such. I need this and that and that. And it's like, okay, I will provide. You know, it has sharpened my skills. It has made me more of a pit bull. Okay. To the point where it's like, you know, no, hey man, such and such, you know, I need you to guys, let's do like 15 rehearsals. No, no, that's not happening. You know, man, can you make this rehearsal at such and such? Well, I'm home with my child at the time, you know, because my wife is out working. She's a pianist. She's an amazing pianist. Shout out to my wife, Andrea Delisfort. Love you, my queen. Wouldn't be here without you. Bam. Another baby on the way.
Lord.
All right. So that's for the 3 a.m.s. No, I'm stop talking. But I'm just saying, it's just one of those like it does sharpen your skill where you need to be better. You need to be, you know, an archer, you know, a sharpshooter. Boom. Exactly what you need. Everything else is just you know, cats get mad at you too. Like, well, hey man, let's have this rehearsal at such and such. Well, I'm home with my son. Oh, well, you can bring him. And that's the other thing, you know, cats gonna get mad when they hear this. And sometimes you be sitting there like, listen, I don't want my kids around you. You know, like, it's just right. You know, they're developing. You know, you got to be careful who you allow your kid next to.
Right.
That's why all these kids are growing up all crazy and stuff, doing all these crazy stuff. Like, I'm gonna shoot up such and such because mommy didn't give me McDonald's. Like, what?
Right.
You know, you gotta, you know. But I have a lot of great friends, so there's a lot of cool people that I want my kid around. But there's times when I'll have a rehearsal and I've never met this person. I'm not bringing my family, you know. So it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna leave him with the babysitter, T. Rosa, that he loves. But you're gonna have to pay for that. Right. I ain't paying for no babysitter because you want to rehearse.
Right.
You want to rehearse. I can read music. Right. I know I'm gonna knock it out in the park. But we need to rehearse. Okay. Well, you're gonna have to pay for this babysitting.
Right, of course.
No, man, I don't know if I can do. Oh, I gotta pay for rehearsal. You're not paying me for rehearsal. You pay for my babysitting, you know, because I'm at home being a father.
Of course. So, like, how has like the lessons you've learned from being a father influenced your music?
You know what? Love has influenced my music a lot more.
Okay.
But my understanding of what I thought love was way off.
Oh, that's deep.
You know, it's just
that's deep.
I certain feelings that I've had that inspired music, and it was like, oh, well, this is this and that and that. But to be honest with you, man, on the real, I thought I knew what love was until I had a son. Until I had, you know, someone to look at me in my eye and first call me. I remember I was on the gig when he first said daddy. You know, Facebook always reminds you of like the memories and stuff.
Right.
And I was at Smoke Jazz Club. And he was saying daddy for the first time. Might have been midnight or something like that. No, 1 in the morning. And my wife Andrea posted recorded a video of him saying dot. And posted it on Facebook, and I'm looking at it like, yeah, I gotta go. Said, you know, because I'm like, what is he saying? I put the headphones on because it was loud. You know, put the headphones on. And I was like, yeah, I got to go
right now.
Yeah. Oh, we got to do such and such. Bump that. I got to go. You know, it's man. Life truly does not begin until you have a child. On the real, you know. Cass can say, man, I've done this. I've crossed this bucket list, this and that and that. But to be honest with you, life doesn't truly begin until you have a child, until you have contributed to the world and you see that person just loves you, you know. You know, I take my kid out to 135th in Broadway just to watch the train go up and down. He gets so excited, he just hugs me all the time, you know. He hugs me and kisses me, and I'm like, man, that's unconditional love.
Right.
That's a true ballad, you know. So, you know, heartache and love for your child, you know. Yeah, but yeah, I never really knew never really knew how to write or to express something until I became a father.
So, man, how did you manage to play with like T-Pain and Lew Soloff? Like, man, that doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, that's a wide Pain. The way that started was, man, you know what? I blame. Was it Young Jeezy or Bow Wow? Young Jeezy. I'm gonna go ahead and say Young Jeezy.
Were they from Miami? Both of them?
No, well, because T-Pain and them from Tallahassee.
Okay.
But there was this. We had this group. They used to be called in Tallahassee. Man, you got FAMU, you got Florida State, you got Tallahassee Community College. Beautiful city of like just beautiful people. Fine people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
wow.
My wife was watching this. But you got all these great people, and Tallahassee was the city of bands. There was a band. There was Odyssey. There was what's his brother names? Dave Stewart and the Vibe. Shout out to Dave Stewart. Killer things. What's the other one? Corey Irvin and all those guys. Corey Irvin and John Tony, Marquez, Saunders Sermon, like all these cats were in these groups. So it was just everybody had a group, you know. And there was this group called Odyssey at the time. Greg Hill, Ron Turner, Larry Wilson, just a lot of great cats. And eventually Odyssey, I remember like wanting to, like, I need to be in one of these groups because like these cats are killing, like, you know, I need to be a part of like something. I can't be like freelancing out here. Eventually right. I joined several groups, which developed me in so many ways. But Odyssey was the group that eventually morphed into something else, became another group called The Truth. And where we met T-Pain's mom, Mama Pain, great lady, business savvy, all that.
She was his manager.
She was his manager, okay. You know. So, and she's just his mom, you know. Right, like, you know, Mama say do such and such, you're like, all right, you know. But Mama Pain always had a beautiful vision of what she wanted for T-Pain, all that stuff. And it was a YouTube video of like the Young Jeezy having a band. And Young Jeezy only had a band because Bow Wow had a band. So everybody was sitting there like, I could let Bow Wow like like outshine me. So right. Young Jeezy, and he was sitting there like, yo man, like Young Jeezy had a band and was killing, you know. I want a band.
T-Pain saw that.
Yeah, you know, okay, you sitting there like, well, all right then, you know, like we're here, and we started working together, you know, during rehearsals and stuff, and
but you knew him through his mother.
Yeah, okay. I met him through his mother. Okay. And you know, there was a show in Alabama. We go to Alabama, Atlanta. And, you know, it's just a hardworking man. You know, family man actually. And that's the other thing. Cats be thinking like, oh, he this or that and that. And you like, no. Cat finished the show. He goes to like, I'm kicking it with the family. You know.
Okay.
So hardworking dude. You know, at the time was young. Now he's a lot older. It was a hardworking man, you know. But from there to working with like a lot of the great things that I was able to accomplish, you know, I want to say like I was able to meet people and be at the right place at the right time, but being able to capitalize on that.
Right.
Because and that's like outside of New York. New York, you can just take